So here we are again. This time I'm playing Crusader Kings, which is a fantastic game. I love almost all the Paradox grand strategy games. Pretty good. This one's set in the Crusading period, as you would expect. I have a few of the DLCs. So in this game, it's less about ruling an individual country and more following a line of a dynasty. So we'll create our own dynasty. I decided I'll start in Spain this time and try and drive back the Muslim hordes. So let's go to the rule designer. So we'll stick with the same ethnicity at the start. I'm not a fan of beards, so we'll do without. That's horrible. And can we get rid of that hat? So you set up your character at the start. One of the DLCs let you design a ruler, so you can start your own dynasty. There's one without. Okay. We'll just have try not to look too stupid. Yeah, that's fine. Apparently, all these hair colours are the same. Your ethnicity affects the possibilities. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And then you proceed to the coat of arms. Let's see. Maybe we'll go with a bird appropriately, and we'll make the background maybe red and white. How does that change? Oh, okay, cool. Red and white. Cool. We won't put any emblems. There's loads of possibilities for this, but a simple one is best. So let's call this guy. Well, we can go with William. The dynasty Black Phoenix. So here you choose your character's attributes at the start. The better his attributes, the later his starting age. It's best for your king to not be too old. So let's see. Educational traits. So all these will give different effects in the game, and different events may occur depending on which role you take. I think I'll start off as a soldier. Martial is always useful in such a brutal age. So you pick from these to try and optimize your age. So I'll go with some of them aren't too harmful. That's like one less diplomacy. So you flick through these. They all have different effects. Some of them are even hereditary. Let's get quick. Gives you lots of decent starting bonuses. Now you generally don't want anything which is going to decrease your fertility of your health, because you're going to need to expand quickly. It's better to go for things which increase it generally, even if they have negative effects. So I'm a lustful hedonist. Some of them don't seem that bad, like this one, -1 diplomacy for plus 10 national tax. Obviously you can see how my age is being changed by each of these, so I'll choose diligence. Big negative. Patience is a fantastic one. It is to have no negative effect. So let's just go through this, selecting a few things. There we go. Got ourselves down to no age. You can see there's a load of Muslim ones as well. You can play as a Muslim character. I haven't got that DLC though, so there's hardly any point getting any of these. Especially as a Christian monarch, I'm fighting back the heretics. Let's just go for a bit more fertility, a bit more health. Ooh, health is expensive. Alright, so we'll start with that. Let's go. So, like a lot of Paradox games, it's very sort of it's very epic. Goes on for hundreds of years. Okay, so most important things are put up here. So we have 2 weak claims. We have a claim on the Kingdom of Castile, and a claim on the Kingdom of Galicia. Well, that might cause quite a few tensions. I have no heir to my dynasty because I'm the only person in my family. My rulers are unmarried. I'll obviously lose my titles because no one can inherit them. So immediately I should find myself a good wife. So important things. You want a wife with good attributes because they obviously benefit you. A title is always useful. You don't want to have too many negative traits. Like this one looks pretty good. Let's see if she'll marry me. the Duchess of Tuscany. So you can inherit, well, we'll see how it goes, but essentially if I had a son, then he would inherit the duchy, potentially, depending on their laws of inheritance. So vassal inheritance warning, might lose that title. And here, should pick an ambition, and at the start I'm going to go get married, since I'm probably just about to achieve that. Let's go with that. Now we'll check our council. You want the very best people appointed. I think automatically they are at the start, yeah. So if you look at these people, these are my privy council, as it were. Okay, let's see who my vassals are, and how much they hate me. So, first of all, it's always good to assess your vassals. And this is no exception. So we'll want to make them like us more. So the easiest way to do that initially is just to give them an honorary title. In this case I'll give him Master of the Hunt. Let's find another vassal. Count of Astorga. Keeper of the Swans. Princess Urka. So women have more limited selection of available titles, obviously. At the moment there's the issue that a lot of these people belong to other families who are all a threat to me. But we'll work on getting them on side, strengthening our position. So you can also check the people in your realm requesting fine characters, search your vassals. That doesn't seem to work, but it should do. You can arrange everyone by rank. So these guys like me okay at the moment. You can see why people dislike you. So this guy doesn't like me because I'm lustful and he's chaste, which is pretty judgmental. Lots of potential effects. We're not going to worry too much about it right now. It might be good to check our laws of succession. Gave or kind. So in Gave or kind, if you have several sons, your territories get split between them. Generally, this isn't a good thing. So we'll look to change that if we can. Elective is alright. What do we need for that? This will be one which we'll aim for then. That has the least. Primogeniture is pretty good, but people are happier under elective monarchy. So we start with a bit of limited money, but we can get started. Our reign has begun. 1066. Now, it's a fairly tricky situation being surrounded by hostile states and with this massive Muslim empire to the south. Okay, something bad happened there, I guess. So hopefully we'll get married and then we can look to deal with our next few issues. At the moment I'll lose the game, as you can see. It's a risky start, I guess. Someone could just assassinate me. It's always important to have your spy master like you. I managed to get married, so we can celebrate that. I've married Matilda. Do we want money or prestige? Prestige at the moment probably would help. So now we're married. Hopefully we'll have kids soon. You can see how our stats are boosted by our council here. So the first value is my skill, as it were. And the second value is our actual skill, as it were, state level. So I'm mainly intrigue, which is like plots, and martial skill, with a reasonable amount of stewardship. You see the list of titles. This is what I am. I'm the King of Leon and Duke of Leon and Asturias, I think. And I'm the Count of 2 places. Apparently I have a barony. I might want to get rid of that. We'll see. So let's get started. I fulfilled my mission to get married. So now my mission is obviously to have a son. Now there's obviously a strong risk of rebellion at the moment. What we can do is, where's that guy who hates me? So most likely Mr. Pedro here, I think Pedro is one who likes released. Yeah, Pedro is likely to be plotting against me. So what I'm going to do is I'll place my spy master to just keep an eye on that guy. Meanwhile, I'll concentrate on improving my capital, centralising power, and I can begin fabricating a claim to Where's some place which looks like I can take in? Maybe this island? Amrid element. That might be feasible. Maybe we should just get started with some of these guys. We'll go for the emerald, we'll see. I can always wage war on these guys just on Holy War. If we're lucky we'll get a crusade. So, time passes, I can speed it up. We're making 3.5 gold a month, and that depends on your income from your dynasty, which is the territories directly controlled and administered by you. These other people are beneath me as my vassals. They provide money, but I don't directly control their territories or their forces. This moment we're waiting for some kids. Well, all those people have just gone to war, it seems. You see all their armies on the map. And it looks like they have a lot more men than me, to be fair. I could go to war for my claim for one of these places, I guess. Who's fighting? We can check what wars are involved in. The Castilian Holy War for Aragon. Defending in this war against lower crown authority. The King of Galicia is at war with the Duke of Portugal, as it were. So I guess I could press my claim on Galicia. Might as well as start as we mean to go on. Obviously I'm hostile to both sides in this war, which could end up being an issue, but we'll see. I can only recruit a very small number of men this early on. Especially with so many of my vassals not liking me that much. But victory will obviously bring considerable rewards, at least in terms of favour. So here I'm attempting to lay claim to the Kingdom of Galicia, if I can. So what is the title? So you can see the reasons for the war. So here we have, in this war, the Duke of Portugal has rebelled against the king of this kingdom here, in an attempt to lower crown authority. So potentially I can win this war and gain the Kingdom of Galicia. So if you look at my claims, I have a strong claim on Galicia and Castile, and I've declared war for my claim on Castile. It's going to be quite hard to persuade him to give him. Oh, he's already pacified this war. So I guess we need to move in. So I should appoint the best generals available to lead my army. Apparently I'm going, which I guess is necessary. Probably better not to though. Keep our armies together. Try and chase down this guy. King of Castile has come to their aid. He's also involved in the war for Aragon, so it might not be a disaster. So I'll get on the 17th April. He's trying to move out for the 20th of April, but that means I should catch him there. Speed up slightly. Castile's obviously going to cause me some problems by attacking me from behind. It's a bit risky going to war this early, but it was a good opportunity with their strength of arms greatly reduced to try and wipe them out. So we're going to win this battle at least. So we won the Battle of Chaves. We captured the Bishop of someplace. We'll send this army back to take them out, and we'll siege this position here. Let's look at the situation. So we won that battle, that's improved our war score. we should be able to win this battle, and we need to capture territories really if we want to improve our war score as fast as possible. So the things available in the game are your wealth, your prestige, your piety, and obviously the actual territory you control. We've won the Battle of Zamora. This is all good for our war score. I'm not sure if I want to be directly leading this army, but we'll go for it anyway. I can't remember who's actually in the other army. It doesn't seem to say. But we'll take the count of what's it called as well. So at the moment the Castilians are still fighting in their war against the Sheik of Aragon. Okay, so this guy we just captured we can ransom for money. As you can see they just recruited a load of armies, so we could be in trouble here. They're probably going to launch a counter-attack when they're able to. They do outnumber me, probably because their king is more popular. Ideally, what I'd want to do now is hire some mercenaries. I'm just going to check what their going rates are. At the moment, they're fairly expensive. We could probably hire a few for a few months, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Need to try and work out, so I'd lose quite a bit of money each turn. Let's check. Oh, they could be fighting each other at least. So what's his other war? Some guys claim on Portugal. Maybe we'll ignore them for now then, not hire those mercenaries. The money we have means that potentially we could hire some troops to press our claims. But we might need them to defend against Castile if they quickly conclude their other war. So we'll speed up again. So as you can see we're sieging here. You have to have more men than the garrison. The garrison here has 660 men or so. So we're alright. Are there any factions against us? Oh, there is a faction against us. We managed to persuade some guy not to join it though, I think. So at the moment our bishop is leading an army. The Bishop of Ciudad de Rodrigo. It's an extremely detailed game. Lots of I have a son who I can name. What should I call him? Well, maybe if some people comment, I'll start using their names. But for now, I guess I'll just go with Craig. And so now my dynasty is a bit less insecure. So let's call my wife into this random war I'm involved in. William. That would have been an amusing choice. So it uses some naming rules based on your culture. So I guess in Spain, surnames used to be based on your father's name with "eds" at the end. Okay, so apparently the Italians have joined me. Oh wow, she's actually pretty good, this Duchess. It's always good to have a good wife. Let's see if she can come and win this war for me. Maxing out the speed. Oh yeah, I should choose a new ambition. So there's lots of ambitions available. I don't really think it's important to have a daughter. I think if we go for improved diplomacy, we can potentially improve our abilities. So that'll increase the chance of getting an event to improve our diplomacy. As you can see, the Castilians have decided to make their move, and we're going to have to drive them back with some mercenaries. Let's see what we can get. Like cavalry. These units are basically the same. Yeah, I can't really tell which ones to go with. Maybe we should go with the Catalan band since quite like Piper though. We'll go with the Swiss. Maybe the Bretons. The Swiss. Oh, it's just so hard to decide. We'll go with the Swiss. Uh oh, okay. It's more not in a very good place. I should have borne that in mind in the first place. So they're probably going to get wiped out instantly because their morale's terrible. Not to worry though, we'll regroup them when their morale restores. It might follow them. It's buying us time in our main war. We'll have to head back and defeat this army. Okay, so they're going to arrive at rank on the 11th. We'll arrive there on the 8th. I think we'll hold position. And we'll call these guys in. That should win us the fight. Yeah, they're backing off. So we're going to mop up these guys first, I think. Facing up to both our neighbours. It's not really the start I had in mind fighting, trying to defeat the Muslims here really, not all my allies. Oh dear, I lost my greedy trait. So we're fighting out here against all these guys. We're just trying to take out their armies while they're still separate. While they're divided, we can still prevail. Want to capture some random mare. We'll hold position here for now. Then if they move on one of these places, we'll unite our armies. We have a bit of time, probably, well, not a huge amount of time. We might want to fight soon. Maybe after this siege. Launch our attack. Oh, but our allies are here, so things are looking up. I'm just trying to strengthen our position so we have a chance of facing up against these small Muslim kingdoms. Because they'll be able to, because you'd think that I could probably take on one of these, but they'll all unite, especially if I launch a holy war. So short of a crusade, we won't be able to face up to them. Not without uniting Christendom first. So us, as you can see, our allies will actually go with us now. I think that's the way the AI normally works. We'll let this guy siege out this place. It's quite expensive conflict. But once we've wiped out the main armies, we can disband the mercenaries. See here, they're relieving. It won't take them long to retake these provinces. Unfortunately, because they've only just been captured, so the garrison will be very small. Okay, so we won that battle. We'll head back and wipe out this army. If it's unwise enough to hold position. Generally they fall back. You can win battles against the numbers, but generally it has to be fairly close, or you have to have considerably superior generals or men. At this early stage it's fairly reasonable. You have to probably move just so you can take a new province. So we'll speed it up. I think we caught another one of their armies here, which is good. My marshal has got injured by a peasant, dropping a boulder on his foot. You always get hilarious events like that in this. It's interesting that my marshal isn't with my armies, but apparently training my troops back home. Generally this isn't great for my economy, but in the long run it will pay off. I can support a larger dynasty, even though I think I won't gain any actual individual provinces, I suppose. Porto, which I think is here. We'll just take out this army, and then we'll continue the siege. Each of these wins slightly improves my war score, I think. Let's see. I think I'll improve it a tiny bit. I think they're still engaged in civil war because this guy hasn't got the same flag. Yeah, the Count of Branco is rebelling still. Generally, rebellions is a good time to try and pick someone off. Looks like Castile's attempt to take me in the back while they were fighting with the Muslims has backfired, which might backfire for me, of course. I suppose it's realistic that the unity of the Christian world was far from complete during this period. There was plenty of bickering, although the reconquest of Spain was ultimately successful. Although it didn't actually succeed until like 400 years later than this, so I guess it's some way off. Winning this territory will probably improve my prestige, and that will improve how much all my feudal vassals like me. So your feudal vassals are like barons and dukes. Okay, I think the marshal is just making excuses now. Someone apparently dropped a boulder on his foot again, which I think he's just trying to get some sick days off. Oh well. Wounded increases his chances of dying, but not substantially. Ooh, there's some progress in light armour. We want another siege? Oh. We're going to wait until we take this southern province, and then we'll strike back. On the siege of Guarda. Now we'll head up to Santiago. So if you're familiar with the Europa Universalis series, then you know what this sort of game is like. So yeah, things are looking alright. Not too much has happened yet, it's still a very early game. I think we'll make good progress here. Winning this will be a feather in our cap. Get us some momentum. We have a daughter. Just call her... yeah, that's fine. I like the way that C's and E's look basically indistinguishable to me on this. It's interesting that if you have a common name, they will, if you enter a common name, then it will convert it into your ethnic group one. Like I think I've seen William converted to Guillaume in French. Guillaume. I'm not very good at speaking French, so. And ironically, for being king of Leon, I can't speak Spanish either. So a childless courtier with a strange choice of lifestyle has shown men a bit more attention than women at court. Could he be a sodomite? Should I make everyone suspect him of being a sodomite, or should I just say that he's a sodomite? Who is this guy? My chancellor. I like the way you have no idea what effect either of these have. I guess it's better to speak to someone's face. Probably that means I'm going to have him executed or something. So as you can see, because my levies have been raised for a long time, levies are the men you get from your vassals. They're not happy. The war will be over soon though, and then sit it out hopefully. For I think it's each -1 is a month, so currently it'll take probably almost 2 years to resolve the issue. So that's my mercenary band. How much longer can we support that? Only a few more months. Okay. Need to look to deal with these enemies while the army's still going. I think someone just relieved the other place. Oh, so many events in a row because it was so fast. Let's give the bishop a chance. Pause the game. So we won those battles, and now we can assault this place. High speed, you can just get spammed with messages so fast that it's impossible to respond. I'm gonna have to disband this force soon. I've almost won the war though, so I might not need them. We can assault, you see. And because they're mercenaries, it's no cost to me the fact that their numbers will be badly decreased by this. Well, I'm about to die, it seems. That's fantastic. I do have a son, so it won't be the end of my dynasty. My power would be greatly reduced. It sounds extremely bad. So I think there must be some like terrible plot, which I don't know about. I got a letter about people demanding my title. I have no idea who it is though. Is this guy? Who's he got claims on? Has this guy got claims against me? Has this woman got claims against me? Okay, this woman has claims. So it might be necessary to get rid of her. I'm not sure if I want to kill her, strictly speaking. I think they can't rebel against me while I'm fighting for this title, but they might be able to, I'm not sure. I'm a bit concerned about unhiring these mercs, but I think I need the capital, so just spam them. Let's raise some more of my vassals' troops, just to keep our army up here and away from trouble. As you see, we control most of the territory. Our war score's high. We could offer peace. He still thinks it's just a flesh wound. I guess it's because he still has the backing of Castile. I want to unite these two territories though. Okay, I've been excommunicated. That's always annoying. So you can resolve excommunication though just by asking the Pope for accepting our declaration of repentance. That's going to cost all our money, of course. Because essentially it's just a colossal bribe to the Pope to let us off. Okay, we're going to be bankrupt now. Okay, we might have some serious problems. Okay, so we go forward to save some man from leaping off a building. I'm going to attempt to talk to the man. I speak gently to him, and after some very long anecdotes about my life, he leapt to his death. But apparently that still improved my diplomacy. What should I have succeeded in? What should my new ambition be? Maybe I should start... have a piety of 500. That's going to be hard considering I just got excommunicated. So I guess we'll go with amass wealth. I can apparently imprison this woman, which I think I will do. Oh my god, she's bad. And that's taken most of my army with her. Which could be a problem. So ask my wife for help. I'm obviously a pathetic husband. I think I'll deal with this conflict first. I had to try to imprison her though, because she's the main threat. Okay, we've dealt with her lack of funds at least. I think having lots of money makes towns like you, maybe, and piety makes priests like you. They're all sort of tradable. Obviously gold you can spend on improvements and hiring mercenaries and men. Piety you can spend on various things, and prestige you have to expend that when claiming titles. Apparently now he's at war with the emirate. I think that's probably going to be a problem as well. But I've claimed this kingdom, so if needs must, then I'm just going to end up having to fight them off as well. Hopefully the Pope will appreciate my war against the infidels, though I wouldn't count on it. It's weird controlling so much of the country and yet the guys still won't give in. Oh my god. So the King of Galicia now has the support of the King of Aragon. We're so close to beating him though. I thought if we just have a few more seconds we could do this. Okay, he's gonna get away. Okay, we're gonna meet this guy head on. Sancho is coming over. Can we rest in peace here? No. Well, this is a problem. I think he's still hostile to the rebellion woman though. I guess we should focus on Lightfoot since I don't think I have any of the other things. I think we still need a 100% war score, unfortunately. Which is probably going to prove a huge problem. I don't know if we're going to be able to take this before this place falls. Probably going to have to just face them. Some wars are just best face head on. They've got the terrain advantage, unfortunately. Apparently some woman likes me. She looks ancient, but apparently I have to make my move. I think that's lustful gives you that event. It's good to be the king. Oh well. I guess it just means more minor courtiers for me. It's basically, I think it's because everyone's supporting him that he's willing to fight on. The King of Castile's done half the fighting for him. Maybe I shouldn't have went to imprison her right away. I couldn't afford her suddenly backing out. So I can enforce my demands now. This war's over. So I've solidified this control. I don't think that's going to give me any more troops, unfortunately. No. Oh well, at least I don't have to deal with all the rebellions. I might actually want to stand these people down. They're in their home provinces, you don't really lose anything to backing down. So there's already a dangerous faction. With 87.8% of my power, as it were. But yeah. I guess that's something we'll have to deal with. We just need to unite Spain, and one way or the other, I fully intend to do it. At least that guy just died. That's pretty lucky. We can concentrate heavily on the intrigue elements to pull off the win. Like I could have just went to try and execute him, but luckily he died of, I guess God's will. I guess God's will killed him. So because of my skill, I can just flatter and soothe this guy to make it so that he doesn't demand that. I don't have to give him money. So it's I can flatter and soothe the crazed town there. Hopefully I can get rid of this woman. Ah, for God's sake, everyone's always helping my enemies. Another son. Probably want to fix that at some point. Elective succession. That might not be terrible, actually, if that succeeds. I could probably give in to that. We'll see how that goes. I'll nominate as my successor my son, I guess. Oh, time stopped passing, I hadn't noticed that. Meanwhile, we have to try and win this ridiculous war. All these people are probably going to declare for themselves. That's normally what happens. What does he want now? He wants to be King of Galicia? I don't know. But I'm already king, so I'm going to refuse him if he requests it. Even though it'll probably badly damage my chances of winning this war. So this woman's revolting against my rule. I don't know what happens if I lose. Let's see. I abdicate. Probably not ideal. See, this guy's got a lot more power than me, mainly because I'm being deteriorated by all these conflicts. Good view of what the game's like though. Gonna lose Leon soon. Okay, this guy's going to declare war on me. Problematic. We'll have to deal with that later as well. We lost the siege of Lyon. We lost the siege of Bilibino. See, the problem is now that I'm having so many internal rebellions at the same time as these conflicts. I'm just getting a bit overwhelmed. If I can take all her territories, then I'll stand a reasonable chance of winning the war. So we'll fight on, even though, as you can see, it looks pretty hopeless. Let's arrange the betrothal of this girl to someone with a bit of influence. Maybe the Duchess of Hereford. And we can now choose to have him educated. Probably I want to choose someone with some martial skill. I'll educate him myself. Educate my own son. Oh, apparently I can call him my ally. In all wars. Maybe. I don't think he likes me. Isn't he fighting against me? It's quite confusing. I have to choose a successor for this one as well. Can I not nominate one of my sons? Yeah, Prince Craig. I'll have to go back and deal with this guy in the next war. What is it? Is it a war of independence? It's a war for Galicia. Yeah, it's a problematic one. So we're working our way along. These are worth more because these are actually what we're fighting over, but obviously losing these territories rapidly is detracting heavily from my war score. My money's slowly going up though. I'll be able to recruit some mercenaries before too long. My war-weary men fighting many battles. It's a long campaign. It's early days yet in my attempts to save us from the infidel. I actually haven't got around to fighting any infidels yet. Hopefully my wife's sending lots of troops, well, 119 since the start. I think they'll walk over and join my main army. Problem is, because my enemy in this war is a woman, I can't capture her in battle. If I can just get enough men to drive back this army, we might stand a chance. Let's call up whatever we can. Oh, a load of men from Coronia. I think he might step out to intercept them, unfortunately. We'll try and group up and drive back the King of Castile. If we can capture him, we can probably get a lot of money. If you capture your enemy in a direct fight, then you essentially win almost any war. Instantly gives you a 100% war score if they're in your prison. Which is understandable. Who's supporting this guy? At the moment, no one. That's good. Another daughter. Giving them very English names, which I guess isn't right. I should probably try and think of some Spanish names or something. Lost another siege. We have to march out and drive back the evil Castilians. Oh, it's going to be a close battle, this. Not entirely sure how the battle system runs, but so we've got the losses, how many troops we have, how many troops there are, and the phase I guess gives advantage to different units. At the moment the archers have the advantage. I guess we're losing. I'm running on my flank though, so I guess that's good. They've gone to like the melee phase. We'll see how it goes. I have more men, but it's pretty tight. They have the terrain advantage. He died of severe stress, probably fighting on the front line. Did it for him. I fully intend to defeat this army though. That's substantially decreased her war score. Maybe I should accept my peace demands. Not yet. So I need to relieve these sieges before they can drive me back. If I didn't have my wife's armies, there's no way I'd be able to fight these battles. I think I have less than like 800 men in total available to me. I hear they're charging forward to cause me problems already. Don't know how they got such a large garrison already. So they're going to Zamora with a large force. So this guy will he help me against this one? No. Will he help me against this one? Okay. I came against Galicia. So that might be helpful. If he can help me in this war, I'll probably need that. Oh, but he won't. The boy king refuses. So how long will it take this place? I should hold longer than this place will. So we're going to stick at it. We'll keep an eye on this little bar, see how it goes. As long as this one falls first, I think we'll win the war. And then we can head back to deal with this rebellion. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of firefighting. This normally happens, like every time you gain any substantial territory, you immediately face a lot of rebellion. I yell again. See, this is because I didn't take enough health. Who will inherit if I die? At the moment, my son's still going to inherit, miraculously considering how everyone in the kingdom hates me. So, he turns his nose at scriptures and spends all his time among the priests. Oh, his nose in the scriptures. I will not raise the zeal. So I'll lose cynical. But Craig will gain zealous. And since we're fighting the Muslims, that's probably a good thing. And I should be less cynical, really. We're going to need to get back to Zamora soon. My wife seems to be very fecund. I seem to recover from my illness. sure it was just the good news. And that should win us the war. See 100% war score. And oh, but it hasn't. That's interesting. I'll have to go back and drive on this army then, I guess. Can we recruit any more men? Oh, we can. Finally got the next wave of reinforcements. That's going to substantially improve our chances. It's unusual at 100% war score they'll almost always accept set piece. Guess I need to break Castile strength again. It's probably going to end up with them being defeated by the Muslims. Once again we seem to feel the disadvantage of that. Fighting their king face to face. That's hilarious. Okay, and we've won that war against the Castilians. It was actually Castile which rose to rule of Spain. Let's hope that's not a foreshadowing of things to come. Shield set piece now defeated the main army. Yes. Guess that's realistic. And now she's in my prison. Can I... So ideally I'd want to revoke her title, but I might not have the ability. So she'll like me a lot less, but she's a traitor. And it looks like I'm allowed to do it. So I'm going to take that county from her. Should add to my chances. And do I get her troops? Well, pathetic number. And then I think, oh no, I think shift click will, yeah, so if I click on territory and shift click then I can tell them to follow these waypoints. So it's time to deal with the rebellious Duke of Portugal, and hopefully I can take his territory as well. So as you see I gained one territory. Where is it? Zamora. So my dynasty size has gone up. I can support 8 though due to my reasonably good stewardship. This war's going okay, 18%. Considering I wasn't fighting, it's pretty good. More improvements thanks to my marshal. It's pretty risky leading your own troops into battle every time. It's always good to optimise your army as well. Who can we call into this battle? The King of Castile, who I was just fighting, doesn't want to help me, but we'll ask him anyway. There's no harm asking. By control clicking when you recruit your troops, make sure there's no troops recruited in provinces where enemy soldiers are. So let's relieve these sieges while he takes Zamora. The war has been the site of many battles recently. Rufus is afraid of the dark. What properties do I want? Trusting or diligent are probably better than the alternatives. Address your fears, you gain diligent, that's good. Raids have hit the camp. It's going okay. Once again it's thanks to the reinforcements from Italy. Yet another daughter. I have to try and think of some, maybe I'll just go with like actress names or something. For all the girls from now on. But it's going well. I fully intend to win this war. So you see the Chancellor of some random place is bribing his way through my dominion and trying to fabricate a claim. Well, there's not much I can do about that at the moment. So this random man has fabricated some claim against me. There's various ways to get these people to like us more, which I'm going to have to resort to soon. Well, these people are very unhappy with me. I've become friends with my son. I guess that's good. So now that one of my sons is old enough, what I can do to improve the loyalty of these guys is get them to educate one of my children. Ask him to do it, and they'll increase his liking by 20. We're just trying to keep everyone on side. Well, I guess we'll move. We're going to trust this guy not to plot against me and move him to this Braganka man who's off causing trouble for me. Can't put him there. Okay, well we'll deal with that later. Oh no, I want to take this place. Don't understand why that army's marching off. Maybe it's gonna fight. It is gonna fight. Okay. Hopefully it'll win. If it doesn't, then it's a complete disaster. Okay, so my wife's retired to a convent to gather her thoughts and find some peace. So I could sleep with my lover, discreetly sleep with my lover, see my lover only on friendship terms. Well, I don't want to get craven. I'm going to say it. I'm going to spend time working instead. Okay, that army's just marching off. Helpful. We need to reclaim these territories, then fight back. Please go set white peace. No. Gradually going to eat into his advantage though. If we could just keep at it. 11 more men for us. I guess Toy must be in Santiago then. I think this guy extremely doesn't like me. Maybe what we should do though, if I marry him to one of my daughters, then that should make them like us, and we should all get along better. So I'll marry Grace to this Duke Alonso. And I need to get rid of this Duke of Portugal next. I thought I betrothed Craig to some powerful duchess. Maybe we'll go with one of these Greek ones. An attractive and cynical one. That sounds good. Maybe I should try and get the help of the French. We'll go with the cynical, pretty one. So we're starting to draw our way back into this war. I think that was successful. Yeah. There's various kinds of marriage. You can have a normal betrothal where the children all belong to the dynasty of the man, or you can have a matrilineal where they belong to a woman. To maintain your dynasty, it's generally best to do matrilineal for you, and regular marriage for any male heirs you have. It's good to look at your provinces, judge which one's the most valuable, and those are the ones which you want to try and keep direct control over. Where do children come from? Will I tell him when he gets older? Generally you would explain, but we'll just go with I'll tell you when you get older because it seems to give better traits. So your troops gradually generate over time, so you can rebuild your forces. This man wants to try and kill my son, so we're going to ask him to please not do that. I think I might be at war with him though. Yes, okay. So hopefully my son will somehow evade death, but there's no guarantees. I have other sons though, so it wouldn't be the end of the world what I have. One other son. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that actually, a bit of an issue. Where's the county of Salamanca? Do I want to lose that? Well, it's not that valuable. If only I could gain some more prestige, then people will like me more. Give the man a chance. Another daughter. I guess we'll start choosing some actress names, so I guess Eva will do. This guy and Boulder's getting dropped his foot is just getting ridiculous now. It's the third time in a row. I think he really is just making excuses. In fact, let's just see if there's someone better who doesn't let people drop things on his feet. Well, apparently there's no one better than that man in our entire kingdom. And you'd think we'd have some pretty expert fighters by now, having fought off everyone in northern Spain. But I guess not. Siege of Santiago is over. Let's go march into Porto, capital of our opposing duke's territories. Oh, we are losing man. What are we going to do? Nothing, it seems, because I can't do anything. I could spend some money and just hire some mercs to win the war, but you never know when you're going to need them later. What we will do is, I think we'll spend 100 of that to enhance our gold income. So we go to a town, our main base, and we build the... Actually, probably better to go to our own castle and build a small village. Or do we want to just improve this one? We'll just improve this one. Town market. We'll get some of that money back to ourselves. Here we are racing towards victory. Oh, so a tiny bit more men from Italy. I guess they might be fighting their own wars, to be fair. I'll have to help them out if they need help, of course. He probably wants white peace. But I think I want to imprison him actually now. I'm now known as the Wise. Black Phoenix, Dynasty, William the Wise. Nice alliteration. It's not bad. Making progress here. Gradually grinding down our enemies. Well, who knows what kingdom we're about to lose this time. Siege is going okay. So we're 30 years old now, with 6 children. It's not bad. Defeated our enemies left, right and centre. Another child needs a guardian. Let's see what rebellious vassals we have. Maybe let's get some more allegiance from Aveco. My latest child who needs education. Rufus. One of my few children actually. Okay. Maybe we could award some honorary titles. We don't have any honorary titles. Alright. I thought I just gave you a vassal. Alright, I did. Tutor. So we're doing alright. We managed to win all those wars through essentially luck, I guess. I guess my alliance with the Duchy of Tuscany was beneficial, and my use of mercenaries went down quite well. Maybe I disbanded them a little early, but it allowed my treasury to recover and means that now I have enough money if I need to. I did get excommunicated, which cost me 100 gold. And that just goes up and up as you go through the game until you're spending like 1,000 gold to bribe the Pope to let you back into the club. How long will this war go on? The Great Civil War. It's funny because you know, it's elective succession. They could just vote for a new leader. What do I want to go with? Proud. He could be proud. He's going to be king of Leon and Galicia. Maybe Castile as well if they aren't careful. We are slaughtering this guy now. Guess it's time to move out on the southern provinces. Oh yeah, he's just managed to meet his army in battle. I think if we triumph here. Oh, I got a claim on this place. I don't think I can afford to go for it right now, so let's just grab the piety. Maybe the King of Sancho will help me. King Sancho of Aragon. Didn't help me last time though, so I'm not gonna keep my hopes up. Get my hopes up. Oh, he's honoured it. Wow, fantastic. It's because he knows we're about to win. So he'll get more prestige if he helps us. Let's wipe out this. Ooh. Just getting texted. So if we wipe out this army, we can triumph in the Civil War, unifying our country under William the Wise, King of Leon and Galicia. Why he's wise, I'm not sure. I mean, he just duked out with half the people in the kingdom. Hardly seems like a sign of wisdom to me. Let's see what he's offering me this time. That guy, this guy's just joking. Why don't I get better? Oh, I should get so much more than that. Oh well. I prefer to imprison this guy, but I guess that must be against the rules. What was he fighting for? He was claiming my kingdom, and yet I can't even arrest him. Oh well, at least we won. There you go, it's a triumph. Tales of my deeds are told from Ireland to Cathay. But it sets him off for a peace. And there we go. Oh, we have imprisoned him. And we can revoke his title, the Duchy of Portugal. So our vassals don't mind. Oh, I can't because the King of Galicia doesn't allow revocation. Let's improve it. Vote for improved laws there. And what else can we go for? We've got so Galicia is elective, and Leon, I'd like that to be elective as well. And I'd like our crown authority to be medium, please. And let's nominate Craig as the heir. It's a bit of a risk because obviously my vassals could all vote for someone else. But there we go. Victory in the Civil War, peace on earth. We could hold a grand tournament, and maybe that's what we'll do next time. There we go. Victory. Leon is still a tiny part of the map.